So simple.
Good morning, guys. Good morning, you guys. I just want to get on here right quick. And first of all, say good morning. I hope everybody had a good night's sleep. And I hope you guys have said y'all prayers for this morning. Y'all, I'm on Interstate 26 in North Carolina. Y'all, I had a rough day yesterday. When I tell y'all rough, it's I don't know. It was extremely nerve-wracking. I was so let me start off with saying that I had to pick up a load. I had to drop off a load in North Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina. And so from Charlotte, North Carolina, I had to drop off a load in Johnson City, Tennessee. So guys, from Charlotte, North Carolina, to get to Johnson City, you have to go through Asheville, North Carolina. So I never took that route to go to Johnson City, Tennessee before. So I was already nervous because I knew that you can't get through, Interstate 40 was closed, right? So I called my fleet manager and I asked her, I was like, is it okay for us to go through, Asheville now? And so she was like, no. So she gave me the directions to get from Charlotte, North Carolina to Johnson City, Tennessee. But y'all, guess what? I did. I went on Google and I asked Google. I said, Google, will US Highway 321 get me all the way to Johnson City? Guess what Google told me, y'all? Google told me no. Okay, so instead of me calling all this was my fault, y'all. All of this was my fault. So instead of me calling my fleet manager back and talking to her about the route because I was unsure of the route, I decided to look at my Garmin and look at my navigation system. They both was telling me to get off, to take 40. So I was like, well, I can't take 40, right? All right, so I'm like, I can't take 40. So on my navigation system, y'all, I did an alternate route. And I know I have always said I don't like alternate routes. I just did a video about alternate routes in the mountains. So when I'm telling you, guys, when I tell y'all, don't say what you ain't gonna do. And I was already like skeptical about, I shouldn't take this route. Y'all, I took the alternate route that my navigation system told me to take. And I took the route and I got on US Highway. I took a couple of US highways. I got on US Highway 181, and it was taking me through the mountains. And I got on, there was another one. After I got off U.S. Highway 181, it was another highway I was supposed to get on, 226 or something up there in the mountains. I can't remember. But y'all, when I tell y'all, when I was up there in those mountains in North Carolina, Lord Jesus, I done drove through the mountains before, y'all. And of course, it's the truck routes. You know, it's like it's truck friendly. You know, when you go through the mountains, of course, you got the main highway or whatever. When I tell y'all, driving through those mountains in this 18-wheeler, when I tell y'all I was calling on Jesus the whole time I was up there, when I tell y'all I wanted to cry when I was up there, because those twists and those turns, and when I tell y'all, those turns were so steep, where when another car from the opposite direction was coming, I literally had to stop and let that car pass so I can swing out, just so I can take that turn. That's how steep it was. And not only that, y'all, the drop off, those roads are so narrow, there was no room for error. The drop off, y'all, the drop off from those mountains, y'all, there was no room for error. When I tell y'all nervous, yes. Oh my goodness. So y'all, I'm up there. I was up there for about an hour because I'm going slow. You know, I was up there for about an hour. I was up there for more than an hour, mind you. I was up there for more than an hour in the mountains. And so I finally got out the mountains with all of my praying, me almost crying because I'm nervous. I'm scared. You know, I'm up here in the mountains with this 18-wheeler. So I get out the mountains, y'all. I'm on 19. I think I was going 19 east, US 19 east. Okay, that was like better for that was a wider road. You know, truck friendly. So I was on US 19 east. So another mistake I made. Now all of this was because of my doing. This has nothing to do with nobody else. I take full blame for all of this that I went through, all of the frustration. I'm on US 19. Okay, so Interstate 26 was like right here, right ahead of me, right? So there was a sign. Now I don't think this was my fault though, but there was a sign that says Interstate 26 West, and it has an arrow right there at the ramp where I thought I was supposed to take. There was an arrow that was turned that way, and so it was that road, and then it was another road. It was that ramp, then it was another ramp. So I thought the first ramp was the one that I was supposed to take because it just looked like it was gonna lead me to the interstate. Y'all tell me why that road that I took was not the ramp to the interstate. That was a road that was leading me back up into the mountains, y'all. So I was trying to back up, and I can't back up because I don't have nobody to spot me. So I saw this little open space where I was like, well, I could go and make a U-turn. Tell me why I go and try to make the U-turn, y'all, and it was nothing but mud. When I tell y'all I was doing some really rookie mistakes yesterday, I mean, you would think that was my first year of driving. Y'all would think I haven't been driving long at all. I get stuck in mud. I get stuck in the mud, y'all. So I had to wait. So that was like around 3 o'clock, 3:20, I guess. Y'all, I had to wait 4 or 5 hours because every time my company would send a record out to me, they would have to abort coming to get me because there was like some accident that they had to go take care of. Or they was just bombarded with, stalled vehicles or helping somebody else, So I waited. I think I waited there for like a good four and a half hours, 4.5 hours, y'all. When I tell y'all, yesterday was the worst day ever. Yesterday was the worst day ever, y'all. When I y'all, please don't go into the mountains. You know, in one of my videos, I told you guys that I don't take detours. I don't do that. Trust me when I say that. I have did it now. I have took a detour in the mountain. And when I tell y'all, please don't do it, don't do it. It is not worth it because it's scary, y'all. It was nobody but God that got me through there. And it's so funny because so the guy who picked me up, the guy who had came in and pulled my truck out, he said this is his job. He said they have been bombarded with, you know, helping 18-wheelers. He's like, ever since the Interstate 40 has closed down, he said that's all this is their daily routine, is helping 18-wheelers get out of tough situations, because we're trying to navigate how to get around, you know, Interstate 40 going through Asheville. So so I had a couple of people stop when they saw my truck. One man, he lived up in the mountains, so he got out of his Jeep. He's like, "Ma'am, are you okay?" He said, I was like, yeah. I said, I have somebody to come in that's gonna come and tell me. He's like, look, he's like, I have seen. He's like, you're about the 17th truck that I have seen so far. He's like, I don't want you to feel bad. He was trying to make me feel better, y'all. He was like, I don't want you to feel bad. He's like, you're not the first one that this happened to. He's like, it's just something about that sign right there get a lot of people confused. I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, thank you. I said, I appreciate that. I was like, but yeah, I have somebody coming to, you know, help me out. Then I had this dump truck come and ask me, did I have somebody to come and help me? And I told them, yeah. So people were stopping, checking in on me to make sure I was okay. But y'all, it was a nightmare. And I think, you know, I'm really thankful for those people who, you know, was reaching out to make sure to see that I was okay. But y'all, when I tell y'all, it was a nightmare. It was a nightmare. I don't want any of y'all to ever have to go through that. So I am giving you guys my experience. I am telling y'all about what I went through. But yeah, y'all, Interstate 26, please, do y'all pre-trip going through to get through Asheville. So what I did learn, so after all of that happened, let me tell you this. So after all of that happened, hold on, I'm gonna just give me 1 minute, y'all. So after all of that happened, y'all, I had called my fleet manager. So after all of that happened, I had called my fleet manager and I told her what happened and what I went through. And this is what she said. She's like, well, why you get off at 321? I said, girl, I was like, because when I was checking, it was telling me that I couldn't get off of 321. She was like, no. So she had sent me the map. She sent me 2 maps. She sent me the route that I should have kept taking, that I should have stayed on, and she sent me the route that I took. And she's like, no. She's like, interstate. So anybody that's going from North Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina, to Johnson City, Tennessee, 321 will take you there. You just stay on 321 and it will take you all the way there. Do not get off of 321. She's like, no. She's like, you should have stayed on 321. You know, so yeah, that is my story. Hopefully that my mistakes can help somebody to not make the same mistakes that I made. You know, like I said, that was a scary experience. I just would not want anybody, y'all. It's going through these mountains when you're not sure about them. You don't know the route up there. Please don't do it. It's not worth it. It was scary. Yeah, I'm serious. When I said I wanted to cry, I was clutching my steering wheel like this. I'm clutching my steering wheel, y'all. So I'm like, don't do it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it at all. But I am truly thankful that I got out of that. navigation. He got on the computer to try to help me to get through, to help me navigate up there when I was in the mountains. And he was like, he would tell me it's gonna be a sharp turn, but it's gonna be okay. You could take the sharp turn. And it's like sitting at home to tell somebody you could take that sharp turn, and being the person that's in the truck that have to take that sharp turn. Yeah, that's different. That's different, you know, because it was a sharp turn, and not only that, it was like I literally had to like swing out in a lot of those turns that I had to make. I had to let other vehicles, you know, come by before I could make those turns, y'all. So, yeah, another one of my great experience, y'all. Driving this 18-wheeler and trucking, boy. I'm really doing some trucking out here. But anyway, I hope you guys have a blessed day, a wonderful day. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it, you know. So you guys have a wonderful day on today, and stay blessed, stay safe, make wise decisions. Please make wise decisions on today. I want you guys to like my channel, subscribe, share, and hit the notification buttons. Until next time, I'll talk to you guys later.